Don't look down. I'm okay, folks. Hey up, guys. So today's movie I'm going to be discussing is the new survival thriller from Scott Mann called Fall. The moment I saw the poster for this movie, I was like, yep, I want to see this movie. I love a high-stakes, suspenseful man versus the elements survival thriller like The Shallows or 47 Meters Down. This subsection of thrillers is very much my jam. The plot is pretty straightforward. It's about two adrenaline junkie friends called Becky and Hunter, played by Grace Caroline Currey and Virginia Gardner. After incurring a tragic loss, they decide to climb the B-67 TB communications tower, which is this 2,000-foot structure in the middle of the desert. It's like the fourth highest structure in the US. Yeah, they're doing this basically as a means to conquer their fears and move on with their lives. But once they get to the top, disaster strikes when part of the ladder breaks off, leaving them both stranded at the top of this tower. With no phone service, very little water, and the harsh, unforgiving elements of the desert like the blazing sun, blistering winds, and vultures circling them, it's up to the girls to use their wits and resources to figure out how they're gonna get down. First thing I'm gonna say about this film, go see it in a cinema. I cannot stress that enough. I saw this for the first time at home on my TV screen, and I really wish that I hadn't. While I did enjoy watching it at home, this really is a film that will have its greatest impact on you on the very first viewing, so you owe it to yourself to watch this on the biggest screen possible, because the cinematography in this film by McGregor is palm-sweatingly, butt-clenchingly, vertigo-inducingly spectacular. It has been so long since I felt this anxious watching a film. The last time was probably 2013 when I watched Gravity for the first time, and I was sipping, not gulping, the air with Sandra Bullock while she was tumbling around in space. There are a few moments watching Fall where I was like, or yee, or oh my god, Glenn, did she make it? Did she make it? Watching Fall was a deliciously uncomfortable experience. How they shot this film is fascinating. I really do want to watch the behind-the-scenes making of this film. You would think that 2,000-foot tower, this is obviously shot on a green screen soundstage with a lot of CGI. Nuh-uh. This film, for the most, was shot practically with the same team that helped shoot the Burj Khalifa sequence in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. What they did was they found a location in the desert which was up a mountain but next to a cliff edge, so there was a big drop there. So they built a 100-foot tower set for the actors which overlooked the cliff edge. So when they shot at the top of the tower, they actually had what looked like a 2,000-foot drop beneath the actors. And they shot this on IMAX cameras as well. And that's the reason why it feels so convincing while you're watching it, because they did it for real. Some of the shots in this where the camera looks down and you feel the vertigo, it really did get my heart racing. The fact they did most of this film practically blows my mind. I am in awe of them for doing it for real. I've said it before and I've said it again, there's no school like the old school, and they really should make more movies like Fall, practically. Because we can tell the difference, and it really does make a difference. And it's actually cheaper than doing a shit ton of CGI in post-production. It doesn't have that fake CGI sheen that we're so used to seeing these days, and it amplifies the tension tenfold. And it also enhances the actors' performances because they've actually got something tangible to work with. They don't have to pretend that there's a 2,000-foot drop below them. They just have to look to the side and it's right there. You can see it in the way that they're holding onto the ladder, the way that they're breathing, that, there is some real fear there. It's not necessarily acting, it's them reacting to the environment and the set that they're working on. It doesn't even feel like they're acting in certain points, but saying that would be a disservice to Grace Caroline Currey and Virginia Gardner, who give stellar, naturalistic performances. They have an effortless friendship chemistry, which gives the film its heart. I thought they were both great in this. So yeah, stunning visuals, great acting, palpable tension. I thought Scott Mann did a terrific job directing. I like how he was teasing the audience with the pending disaster, with lots of shots of loose screws, rusty edges, taut cables and wobbly ladder rungs. Something bad is coming. It's just built up to slowly but spectacularly. God, my ass cheeks were so clenched when it actually happened. You could have cracked a walnut between my cheeks. Yeah, Scott Mann did a phenomenal job. Where the film loses some points for me is the opening act does have a bit of iffy CGI, which is such a shame because the rest of the film looks glorious. Also, the script is a bit cringe. Like, there is some bad dialogue in this, and I'll say this, the two lead actors do a wonderful job of selling it, but it is a bit cheesy and a bit cringy. There were a couple lines which made me roll my eyes. I also wasn't a fan of the forced bit of soap opera melodrama that they introduced about 2/3 of the way in. Like, I understand why it's there, you know, for dramatic conflict and to flesh out the story a little bit more, but honestly, I just don't think the film really needed it. I actually thought the film could have been a little bit shorter. I think it was about 15 minutes too long. Those were my main criticisms. I had a few other things that like slightly irked me, but you know, I can forgive. Like, why are they climbing this metallic structure in the desert without wearing gloves? I mean, isn't it gonna be like climbing a ginormous curling iron? And unless the girls had a portable battery pack, which I missed, they are the owners of the world's longest battery running smartphones. Like, my phone doesn't last a day, and theirs lasts like 3. And binoculars, powerful enough to see cold beer and ribs. Sure, Jam. Yeah, those things are just little nitpicks. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Oh, for sure. I'm definitely gonna go pay to see this in the cinema again. We don't actually get a lot of experiences like this in the cinema, so I wanna go appreciate this film for all its jaw-dropping spectacle on a big screen cinema. And yes, it might be a trashy survival thriller, but there was more substance in this film than I initially thought there would be, because it has something to say about grief, about facing your fears, and redemption. So yeah, there's more to it than just, oh, don't look down. So yes, I'm definitely gonna watch this film many more times. In fact, I'm gonna buy a copy of Fall and add it to the wall. Rhyming. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? I do, yes, I do. I think this is a really thrilling, exciting time at the cinema, and I want people to go see it. I want people to go see it in a cinema. So yeah, I do recommend it, but I totally understand if you don't want to go see it, if you suffer from acrophobia or fear of heights. So yeah, it's a fun, thrilling piece of escapism. If you like movies like 47 Meters Down or The Shallows or the amazing documentary Free Solo, highly recommend that film, then yes, this is very much your cup of tea, but I'm just gonna say it again, watch it in a cinema if you can. And third question, what score to give it out of 10? I had a really good time watching Fall. Like, yes, I do have some faults of it, but it just made me feel alive watching this film. So few films have the ability to do that these days. I love the performances, the cinematography, and the jaw-dropping visuals. So I'm going to give Fall a score of 8 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you. Have you seen Fall? How did this movie make you feel? Whatever you have to say, let me know in that comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the little thumbs up button for me. If you want to get more movie, TV, and Oscars-related content, don't forget to click subscribe, and everyone to follow me on all my socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it's all in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.